Hello everybody, Kais23 here, and welcome to Banished. This is going to be a little one-off series, and if you can't tell, it kinda looks like Stonehearth, except this game is fully released, whereas Stonehearth is still in early alpha access there. Early access on Steam, I guess you could say. Yeah, early access. But this game is actually pretty fun. And some of the stuff people have made for this are actually really cool. Like, actual custom buildings and stuff you can use. I don't remember if I have any in here. I don't think I do. But I am somewhat terrible at this. I'm going to admit. Shh, we'll leave it on easy. I'm also just want to show you what this game's like anyways. It's a little bit harder to control stuff than in Stonehearth. But there's also no enemies. You're mostly just battling temperature and food health. Battling to make sure your people are fed. Avoiding a tornado. But yeah, this is... You have to give me a second to remember here. It's been a few days. Plus also playing other games, you know, just kind of... Like, I keep wanting to press buttons, like in, like, Stonehearth. Okay, so let's click the wheel to do it. Okay, so, we need the... I forgot you actually have to assign people. So, you have to actually assign people to all the different tasks in order for them to do anything. Laborers, if you leave people here, will chop down trees, harvest stone, and harvest iron that you tell them to. Whereas if you get like a stone cutter and a miner, stone cutter will go to the quarry and mine for stone there, whereas a miner will go to a mine and get the steel from there. So, one of the main things you want to start with is food. That is like one of the biggest things you need. So we'll put you there. And then the other thing you really need is... Shoot. Firewood. Firewood is used to keep your... people, I keep wanting to call them Hearthlings, to keep your people warm. Now, I started with chickens, but you can start with, like, sheep and cows and pigs. All depends on what the game decides to randomly give you. Build a small little pasture. Okay, we'll assign everybody to building. And then we'll speed up the time a little bit. Yeah, they'll actually tear down the trees and everything in the way. Once, see, this means that you have all the stuff there, whereas like this, it won't do anything until you actually have everything in there. And of course it's raining. I never really listened to this house before. I should have, because it sounds like someone's shower. You just turn on the shower and just hold a recording thing in front of it. And it doesn't last very long, which is nice. I need you. Okay, now that that's built, you get a question mark, meaning that it's ready, but it has no one in it. So you can press this, right there, and boom, someone is assigned to work to it. There. Always start with fisheries. These things will constantly produce food at any time of the year. They are super useful to have. Now another thing we're gonna need is, where is it? A blacksmith. You need the tools and stuff in order to mine stuff. So in order to have tools, you need a blacksmith. Yeah, the rain is just kind of random at times. Reserve of logs and reserve of stone. So, I've told you how that you manually need to select stuff. So you go to remove and destruction tool, and you want to harvest trees. So you drag and drop, boom. And there's one for stone, one for iron. And then just like, if you can't tell where iron is, you just like highlight it and it'll tell you. But then you can build roads and stuff in this game. You get the wooden houses, stone houses, and boarding houses, which are like house of a ton of people. You get different types of roads. You get bridges, which like I can't do it here. Oh, that's a cool little lake. I've never really seen that. But like you can build it from here to over here and stuff. Your people can walk across it. You can build tunnels through mountains. So I can start here and dig all the way to this side. Nope. Oh, no. There we go. I always forget that you have to right click. So, we want the chickens, and we want to assign someone there. We have 8 out of 22 chickens. Now the chickens will breed. So we don't have to worry about that. And you have to take people off, like, building and stuff, otherwise they will continue just to do nothing. Oh, which reminds me. We'll put 2 people in there. Food is one of the hardest things. Ah, this arrow means you've reached what's called the upper limit. So, like, I have it set to 200. Which means it'll only produce 200 firewood and leave it in there. The reason why there's more is because this makes a certain amount. Okay, so we want 1 person working here. Blockless iron, yeah. We want iron tools. We don't have a source of coal yet, so food is low. Logs is low. We have 8 fish, 15 coats, and 35 iron tools. Now, I'll admit, I'm not the best at this. Yeah, I plainly see I'm not. But, this game is fun, just to get in, mess around. See how long you can last before everything goes to poop. Hey, chicken. So you may be wondering, how do I get other animals and other Oh, actually, I didn't show you the orchards and the farms yet. But yeah, you can only plant what you have. So you may be wondering, how do I get all this other stuff? Well, let me put the orchard down. There's a little thing called a training post. Now what this does, I'm not going to build it yet, but where can I even put it? I don't want it that far away. Oh, because I have it backwards. So right there. It costs a lot, but then every now and then a boat will come. It will stop here and you can either send resources off to be traded. It's a trade for a trade. You don't get gold. So I trade you 5 chickens for 10 apple seeds or something like that. If it goes over the limit, you don't get anything in return. There is no currency, so to speak. So there's no buildup of currency. You can't just like, I'm going to sell 5 chickens and that's it. I'll get the gold back and then I can use it on the next ship that comes. It makes it a little difficult, but at the same time, it makes it like a fun, challenging thing. Ooh, pecans or chestnuts? Cool chestnuts. What's our supply of food doing? Ooh, eggs. A lot of fish. A lot of venison. And that was a quick, easy little setup of everything. Now something I may want to do. Ooh, sorry. Burping up here. I'm just gonna clear everything out of here. And that's one thing I like about Stone Hearth over this, is you can just do one selection and it will do them all for you. Whereas this one you gotta do individuals. Okay. So, other stuff. Markets. I always forget what markets do. It's provide a localized area for citizens to collect food, tools, and fuel. So it'd probably pay to have like a market over here. Oh. Okay, so we're going to need a tunnel to come through there. Well, that'll help with all that. Another thing you can do is actually upgrade these houses. 24 wood, 40 stone, 10 iron. I don't have enough stone. Ah, winter. Oh, that's something we need to build. Oh shoot, we need to build a tailor. We need someone to actually build clothes for our people. Otherwise, you know, they're going to be like in their spring outfits here in the middle of winter. Now, citizen-wise, you get citizens just by actually having houses. They'll have children, the children will grow up, and they'll actually become more workers. I have 2 workers left. Laborers. I might just leave them as laborers just for now. Knocking this thing down. Come on. Oh, I've only ever had this happen like once or twice. But something you might want to put in the middle of your town is a well. I've actually had a building catch on fire once. Did not know that happened at the time, and I kind of lost a lot. What am I low on? Food. Oh shoot. Which means another source of income. Collection of roots and berries. Put you up there. This is probably the hunting cabin and the fishery are probably 2 of the best things in order to get food and stuff. See, we started with 8 chickens. We now have 12. Controls number of animals to keep in the pasture. Exceeding this count will result in livestock being slaughtered for food. Oh, reverse chef with limited tools. Sweet. So I love just the little animations and stuff in here. Deer. I don't know how the heck they cross a mountain like that. And when you harvest stone and iron, it just forms into perfect ingot-looking things. Reminds me of the Lord of the Rings mod pack we played on Minecraft. Just go over, people talking, come over, nothing. Okay, so winter's over. Survived it. Cut down some more trees. Stone. Quarries are a pain in the neck to actually build, which is why I haven't built one yet. Yeah, quarries are massive. And mines have to be built onto the side of a mountain. Which can get kind of annoying. Oh, I can place one right there. But we're good on those for now. That's for when we get into actual, like, automation of making that stuff. You need more stone. You haven't even started yet. Ha! Cool looking tunnel. It just stopped raining. Okay, there we go. Look at all those. 0% yield. They haven't even grown to the trees yet. You know what? I might. There. And then we'll plant the other trees. Now, it would have made a second pasture for animals if we had other animals. You're just walking right through the gate. I mean, at least they're walking through the gate and not just some random part in the fence. Let's see here. I don't have anybody more. Shoot. Now, for automating wood, there is the Forester Lodge. There's a herbalist for stuff for making medicine and stuff. See, this cut down and plant new ones. There was, I think, something else I had wrong. Oh well. But you can get a town hall, which allows you to bring in new people, hospital, schoolhouse, chapel, cemetery that you have to actually define for when people die, they can be buried there. Lots of little in-depth stuff in this game. I was really surprised when I first played it. Like, I'd been looking at screenshots and stuff when I first purchased this, and I was like, this game seems kind of interesting. Doesn't seem like there's much to it, though. But then you get in, and it's like, holy cow, there's a lot. Now, as far as continued dev support, every now and then I see this game update, and I haven't seen like any reviews saying that the devs have stopped updating this game and it's become an abandoned game, which is why I'm making this video. So I'm guessing the support for this game is still going, and this game is actually really fun. I think I've gotten up to, like, I don't know, I had like a huge town, and then something happened, and no food was coming in, everyone was dying. It's just to come in and see how long you can get your town to last. It's a fun little simulator. So they start making the stuff here. Now there actually is a ×10 speed that I totally forgot about. That I should have probably had on since I got a lot. You know what? I'm going to build the trading post. See if I can get it. Oh. Don't know what I just pressed there. You might see something, you might not. It was a Steam overlay, so probably not. Ah, go through the tunnel. Did you just walk over the land? I built this tunnel and you're not even gonna use it? I beg your pardon. Oh, what are these chestnuts? We want pecan. assign the other laborer here. You can make hide, you can make wool, and then you can make worm. In order to get wool, we need sheep. In order to get sheep, we need this. So that pretty much covers just the basics of this game. I mean, you can make stockpiles to expand this thing. You can make the storage barns for this stuff here. The food, the clothes, the food. The market for just housing stuff. Whatever, all that. Pastures, fish, hunting stuff. Taverns. Just make taverns to make alcohol. Stone houses look kind of cool. I mean, compared to... Here, let's turn it. See, it's a little bit smaller, and it's made completely of stone. Oh, hey, look, winter's back. It's the one thing I don't get about this is the weather. Oh, yep, I'm gonna fail. They're starving. Do I have more people? Nope, they're fishing though. Well, thank you all so much for joining me on this little one-off of Banished. I know I didn't really do a really long episode, but there's a lot to this game, but then there's not a lot to it. There's not a whole lot to show, it's just a whole lot that you can build and do to set up. I didn't build a quarry, I didn't build a mine. Those would have taken, like, ages to make. But yeah, just a basic idea of how you set up a town. I know my food situation is never all that good. That's one thing that needs to be reworked in this game, if they still are working on this, is the food. The food is just... Oy. It's the main game stopper for me. Otherwise, I'd be playing a lot more of this. Oh, look, we have a death. Diane, the builder, has died of starvation. And another. See, everyone's starting to die because I don't have enough food. It really makes it a challenge with the food. Or people dying. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching me. And I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.